Oh, hello there. Coming back to visit, did you? An interesting day. I was walking through the enchanted forest nearby, and there was my sun hat. Yeah, sun hat. I was gathering, foraging, and gathering stuff. Yeah, sun hat. Yeah. Anyway, I got back just now. Haven't even let the birds out. They're in their little house over there yelling at me. I'll let you out at the end of the video, babies. You can say hi to the peoples at the end of our video and the magic portals I've got. Yeah. Okay. They're a little grumpy at me because I haven't let them out yet. Anyway. Anyway, I was in the enchanted forest doing my foraging, like I like to do. You know, like one does. As one does. And I got marked by the oh, there's my pretty ring. Yes, it's a fix it. Got marked by the forest. Isn't that interesting? Don't know if it's permanent. We'll see. I'll update you on it later. If it becomes if it disappears and then reemerges again. Hopefully it turns green next time. Yeah, that'd be nice. Anyway. And I'm making a little friend. He's kind of shy. He has taken to disguising himself as a piece of metal and wrapping around my wrist. He's a good snaky boy. Look at him. He's all the way around it. He likes to play possum. He thinks that he's fooling us. He's not fooling us. He's a good boy though. He's a good little snaky. Because you like doing this, I can name him Lermengender. Hopefully you get the reference. If you do not, well, look up your Norse mythology. Yeah. And ignore that. I was just he took a liking to this and he was walking. Yeah, he's snake. He can walk. Yeah, okay. He had it in his mouth and he was like, I'm gonna get you. But he's dull. And then I pick him up and then he was all like happy and such. Anyway, well, in light of my new little friend here and the pretty, not the ring pretty, the other pretty, which might turn into something else, who knows. I decided today is going to be a musical episode this month. Yes, this month's episode of the weirdness that is me and my weirdness. I'll bring the burbs out later and you'll be able to visit. They'll be able to visit you and you'll be able to see them and say hi. Yeah, this is going to be it. As I said earlier. Alright. Okay, I'm going to play an instrument that is quite ancient. Well, the instrument itself, well, my instrument is not, but the instrument itself as an instrument of world renown, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Is an ancient one. Most people have never heard of it. It is called the Bowed Psaltry. There's also a plucked one that you use your fingies. And mine is of 2 octaves. I'm not sure off the top of my head what octaves they are. But it sounds very pretty. And if it is out of tune, I do apologize ahead of time. Because although I do have a very good ear for tones and stuff, I am not... traveling drummer just ran by. Holy crap. That dude was cooking. Anyway, I have a good ear for tones and stuff, but I am not trained in it, so I do not know the octave right off the top of my head. If someone knows it, feel free to tell me. Anyway, it also might be slightly out of tune. I am not trained, and I don't play this very often, so you may not notice. A person who does play instruments, not this particular instrument, but does play an instrument, so is thus trained to recognize tones. I was playing it for her and she noticed, so that's how I know it's slightly out of tune. I did try to get people to tune it for me, but no one wanted to do it. There was even this harpist guy, which I know, and I have the tools that he would be able to do it with. And he was like, "Well, I don't have the tools for it." And I'm like, "I got the tools I've got the tool." And he's like, "Well, I don't." And he's like, then he changed tactics. Like, "No, you should do it yourself because it's your instrument." It's like, I'm not even trained to even play this darn thing. You think I'm going to actually figure out how to tune the darn thing? It's one of those things you have to tune every couple of years. You don't have to tune it every single time you use it. So if it is slightly out of tune, That's why. Sorry, I'm shaking the magic portal. With which I talked with you. And I'm not trained on the thing at all. Like, you know how I played the ocarina a couple months ago. I still gotta bring that back out. Bring that bad boy back out. And hopefully do it better. Do a different song though. I have a couple of songs that I've got. I have to do it better. I hadn't played it in a while, and that was like the first time I had played it, so I was trying to get back into it, and it kind of backfired. It didn't sound good. But anyway, I just kind of play somewhat randomly, and I think it sounds pretty. There's actually kind of a cool story time that goes with that, which I'll tell you later. Haha. Make sure you stay put. Stay tuned for that later story. It's only a little story. It's a silly little story. I think it's quite cute, but then again, I'm a little obliged because it happened to me. Anyway. But anyway, it is Bowed Psaltry time. And I'm going to play it for you. Little slightly random, pretty, in honor of my new snaky boyfriend and my new marking of prettiness. Again, it might come back. It's already starting to fade a little bit if you notice on the fingy. That's a little annoying. Oh well. It happens. Yes. And first, bring out. I have it on the side over here. You can see a little bit of the case peeking out. This thing is where the bow is. This I made myself because I was getting the resin all up in the fabric of the inside of the case, and I was like, yeah, nah, I ain't doing that. No, it looked messy. We don't want that. No, I don't. Okay, so I made this cool little case out of some spare, crappy fabric. You know, it wasn't even that big of a deal. I mean, I tried to make it look somewhat presentable. I mean, hopefully it looks all right. Give you a nice good look. But it's nothing to really write home about. I'm gonna get some hair on it of the doggy variety. Maybe a wolf, maybe a musical inclined wolf snuck into my house and decided to play. Here's the other side of it. La, 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 la. There we go. But yeah, that's just for the bow. Sorry, jeez. Okay, and here is the bow. Isn't she beautiful? Yes. And then show you there's the strings. There's the back. Yeah, nothing to write home about either, but I think it's quite nice. Yeah, I think it would have worked nice with a wood burn on it, but I'm not going to do that because, well, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I was thinking about that for a second. I'm not going to do that. Now, that's the bow. Now, here's the psaltry. Bowed Psaltry, it's not a good idea to touch the strings. Although people, for some reason, every time I show this to somebody, they always, oh, I gotta touch it. You can touch the strings on it. Even after I tell them don't do that. It's like, okay, I won't do it. Look. Okay, they don't do it like that, but, you know, I'm being somewhat goofy. Shocker, I'm being goofy. But here it is. Here the pretty baby. Musical baby is. Yes. Got all of the strings on it, so up close. All the different. Give you a nice up close view. So you can see it nice and close. There we go. All of them got the strings. Oh, did not mean to smack it on my light there. Behave yourself, light. You're being grumpy with me, Mr. Light. Okay, that's one thing. Okay. One of the things with the bowed instruments is you got to quite often put some resin on it. If you like it, you gotta put some resin on it. Hopefully I don't get sued for that or copyright claimed or some bullshit. It's like, come on. I'm spoofing on a dang song. Technically spoofs are legal. Not that YouTube cares, from what I have known. But here's the resin. The little box. Just slidey was in here. And then this thing was in the little sleeve. I gotta do it. I see you. Box view. Yes. Of course I'm gonna do the freaking telescope joke. Come on. You gotta do it. It's gotta be done. Just gonna do it. Yes. Okay. Pick up Mr. Bow or Mrs. Bow. Don't know. You girl or you boy? I don't know. Okay, first you take it and you run it up. Then run it back down. You do this a couple times. I do it quite a few. I resin this sucker up pretty darn good. I do say so myself. And then the thing I do is I do it right at the end and I go all the way up. And then all the way back down. Make sure it's good and resined up. Yes. Rosined up, excuse me. Pronounce it correctly. What's wrong with me? Don't answer that. Go back down with it. And to smooth it out, I go back up. And I go back down. And I go back up real quick. And I go back down. I also have pipe cleaners in the case for when I'm done. I always clean off the strings afterwards. Make sure to pipe cleaners. I'll show you that later when I get to it. Ouch. Oof. Hopefully any little friends around, little fairies or what have you, want to listen, they are welcome to. Yes. My fairy garden that we made is a pretty good chill spot for our little guys. It's pretty good. Yay. Alright, shall I begin? Okay. Now you put it on your tum-tum. Or me, I have to put it on my chest. Because my chest is a lot bigger than my tum-tum. So it's not very comfortable and squishy. Not pleasant. Yeah. Anyway. Let's do this stuff. I don't know. This video is probably not going to be very long, so. Alright, so I hope you enjoy me doing some musicaliness. And I do gotta tell you that story later, so. That will be told later. You guys, be quiet, you will listen to the pretty. Yes, you've heard the pretty before. I've played the pretty for you. I don't let you out when I do the pretty because I don't want you to chew on the pretty. No, that's why they're not in the case. But that I just got back from my intended forest foraging. Yes. Wonder if I get followers. Oh, well, if something followed me, hopefully it's friendly. Update on that probably next time. Or whenever it needs to be updated, if that makes any sense. Probably not. Okay, let's play the pretty thing now, shall we? And if you can, the other reason I don't tune it myself, I forgot to mention this earlier, is that I looked up the string prices on this. $80 per string. At last I checked. Someone wants to correct me on that? Feel free. But yeah, I'm not paying $80 for a freaking string when I know someone who is trained with instruments like this can do it. I literally actually asked someone in a music store if they would do it, and I had the stuff to do it with. He looked at me and goes, this dude looks at me and he goes, literally, oh, I can tune a Bowed Psaltry. I'm just not going to do it for you. It's like, dude, I would pay you to do it, obviously. I mean, obviously I'd pay you for your work, and it would probably take me, I don't know, a couple minutes for him to do if he's, trained as he implied earlier in the conversation about such instruments, of the stringed instruments and whatnot. Come on. It's like, dude, what's your dang price? I'll pay you how much you want me to. Yeah, but he was being also very douchey about it, so. Yeah, I'll scratch myself with anything, won't I? Shampoo dries my scalp out every time I took a shower this morning, and now I can't do anything with my head because it's itchy. Drives me nuts. Anywho, let's get back to the pretty, shall we? Enough of my ranting. My inane rambling. Oh, I need a spooter. Ain't you cute? There's a spooter up there on Mr. Lake. I watched him catch a fly once. Yeah. Caught that guy, wrapped him up. That fly was up there for about a week. It was dead. The fly kept going back, or the spooter kept going back to the nom on it. Anyway, enough of my goofy rambling. I'm not stalling or anything. I'm just, my brain. Anyway, again, this is just going to be kind of made up as I go. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. That's just how it be. Hopefully the babies like it and they'll stop yelling at me. Although they're not yelling at me that bad. They're just kind of like, hey, let us out. Come here. I'll let you out later. You'll end up seeing the peoples. The peoples love you. Just like I do. Hey, my babies, you get it. Man. Okay, let's play this thing. Of course, my leg has to itch. Like, part of my leg that you kind of sit on when you're sitting on like a bench or something. It's like really close to your butt. And then sometimes when you're scratching it looks like you're scratching your butt from the wrong angle. That spot. Everyone knows that spot. Everyone has itchies in that spot. Don't lie to me. Everyone has itchies on their booty. Don't you dare lie to me. I know you guys itch on your booty sometimes. I itch my booty itches sometimes. Okay, really? Okay. Apologies for the itchiness. Anyway, Michelle. I'm good at this. I'm real good at this. It's all good. It's fun. Sorry on that last note. Never could get those last ones to do. Hope you enjoyed that one. Okay, since it's now a little bit of an intermission of the pretty. I'm probably gonna re-resin that up a little bit while I speak. Time for that little story time that I mentioned earlier. I'm gonna resin this back up a little bit because I'm gonna play it some more. And if you guys want me to do like longer videos where all I do is sit, where I don't talk at all, and I just sit there and I play either this thing or the ocarina, because I'm gonna try to get back to that. I don't think I remember where I put the ocarina. Now that I think of it, I gotta find it again. Smooth. Anyway, smooth, Rory, real smooth. You lost your darn instrument that you wanna learn how to play. Well, learn how to play. And basically, I'm the type of person when it comes to an instrument, assuming that I can do it without having to do anything extra, is I just learn how to basically learn the basics of the instrument, and then I just kind of go off on my own. This one I was never really taught how to play at all. I think it's one of those ones that's more of a background type of thing. I don't think it's an actual foreground type thing. Like there's a lead guitar and the bass guitar kind of thing. I think it's more of like a background. Like the bass guitar is kind of a background type of instrument. Not that I'm hating on basses. I'm not hating on basses. I'm talking about the music in the music itself. I'm not hating on basses. Don't want anything getting confused. But the bass is like percussion. It's like a background thing. And there's other instruments that take like the forefront. That's all I meant. I'm not explaining. I don't think I was explaining it correctly. But again, no hate on bassists and no hate on drummers, because drummers are awesome and bassists are awesome. Anyway, coming from someone who doesn't know how to play drum and doesn't know how to play bass. So there you go. I'm not trying to criticize anybody. Anyway, but again, correct me if I'm wrong, or I can also, of course, look it up. I'm not really exactly sure what function in like an overall orchestra, band, whatever, this actually does. Again, that's why I was thinking it's probably more of like a background thing. Anyway, my story time on how I got introduced to these is I was at a craft show one day. My grandmother was a crafter. A damn good one, too. And some of you guys probably still have some of them wastrages around. If you know, you know. And if you don't, then that's fine. Anyone who does know that's watching, yeah. The comment section is there. Just saying. Anyway, she was a crafter. And one day we went to a craft show, as crafters do. And I was along for basically helping out. I was helping her out, and I also had a face painting thing. I had a little face painting side business that I had inherited from my aunt, who was only my aunt that's only 4 years older than I am. And we were basically she was basically in school at the same time. And my grandmother was young enough to be my mother, basically. And I'm not sure how that actually worked, but that's how that worked. Anyway, we're at this craft show, and of course, I'd set up my little stand. I'd face paint my own face, and I also had a little sign that I would put up, if I was there, if I was not, like, closed for right now, that kind of thing. It was usually reserved for potty breaks, and because when you gotta go, and I did get a couple customers. Not a whole hell of a lot, but, a couple customers here and there. And we later found out that the day before that we were in our slot, they had a huge face painting thing. And then the next day, I was the only one there that was face painting. And, it's like, well, the face painting thing was over, so, because I wasn't a big, huge, I'm not obviously a company, I'm just a one-woman show, so I didn't have, any promotion for it, so I was just kind of sitting there. Someone came along. I ended up getting so bored, I ended up painting up a lot of man. I always paint my own face at the start, but then I had it all up my arms and stuff like that. I think I even started painting on my own legs after a while. I actually got Grams to let me paint on the back of her hand, which was that was the only time I ever got to paint on my Gram, because she didn't like the feeling of it, because it made her twitch, because it was tickly and itchy kind of feeling, which is understandable. Kind of funny. I can't stand foundation, but I don't mind face paint. Make that one make sense, America. Come on, face paint's freaking better for your skin than foundation can be. Obviously, it varies with brand, with either face paint or foundation. But I've never been able to stand foundation. It makes my face itch. Anyway, not the point of the story. But anyway, there was actually a lady there, and she had Bowed Psaltries. Obviously, I had never heard of them. Never heard of them. So it's an instrument that you don't really hear about very much. It's a very ancient instrument, apparently. But right there with the lyre and the lute and things like that. But it's one of those ones that you don't hear about very much. And anyway, she had a bunch of them. And her bows were a bit different. She had metal right here. She had like a metal rod. Obviously, specially made metal rod for right here. Which I thought, which in my opinion, looks more elegant. But it's just me. And they're all different kinds of colors. There was the one that I gravitated towards myself. These things were expensive, by the way. She made them herself. She was sitting there making them while she was selling them, too. She was sitting there making them. The one I liked the best was this one. The wood of it was purple. And I'm not talking like it was a white wood that she painted purple. No. The wood itself was like lavender purple. Like pale purple. Like I don't have anything here to show you the purple, but it was like that pale lavender, pretty type of color that I like. I mean, my favorite color is green, but they didn't have any green ones. But the purple one was the purple one. You would have think came out of you would literally it literally looked like, I am not kidding you. This looks like one too. But this one looked like you would see it in, like, you'd walk into the Enchanted Forest, see a freaking elf maid sitting there playing her instrument, and it was purple because the wood was purple. I mean, she did put, like a clear coat on it to seal it up, obviously, but the wood itself was purple. She had a piece of it that was it was, a little board that was one of the holders or something. I don't really remember. This was this was back when I was in school, so I don't really remember. I am older than I look. How old are you never know? Anyway. Sorry, I had to do that. Yes, I did have to do the fingers. Anyway, but that was the one I gravitated towards. That's the one I kept picking up and playing with. And she would let you pick it up and play with it. Play with them, as long as you were gentle and you were careful. This thing was like $500. There's no way in hell I was going to get it. Sadly, I wanted it. I wanted it bad. I did get it. Sadly, because I am poor. And then, of course, you're going to be wondering, well, if you're poor, how did you get this one? That could be another. That's a buddy. We found it in a store, a secondhand store, and a buddy bought it for me, and it was expensive then too. It was like $250. This one is a secondhand one, and it was still $250. My buddy and I went halfsies on it, and then I paid him back later. For somebody, he was the type of guy. He's a cool guy. He would help me buy something expensive, and then I'd go, okay, I'll pay you back. I'll pay you the other half later, and he'd be like, nah, don't even worry about it. And I'd be like, you sure? And he'd be like, yeah, and I'd find a way to do it anyway. Usually with like food. I'd make him food or something. So it's in a way I paid him back, but not with money. Anyway, but that's how I got this one. And considering it was in a secondhand shop, it's pretty good. It's still in pretty good condition. That was years ago when I bought that. Anyway, shout out to my buddy there. If he's watching, he knows. Anyway, anywho's and boozing. Anyway, and we were in a like a big like hall type of thing, like it had a big stage on it and stuff. It was for like plays and things. And it wasn't like a huge one with a bajillion seats or anything like that, but it was fairly large size. And there was a buttload of people there. There was a bunch of vendors, a bunch of people buying shit. And I'm sitting there. I kept getting up and playing with the darn thing because I had nothing to do. I mean, I'd watch our area when Rams had to go to the bathroom or something, but that was it. And I kept getting up and playing with the darn things because, of course, I kept getting up and playing with the darn things. And it was somewhat loud. It wasn't super loud. People weren't yelling or anything. But it was, had a lot of chatter and stuff like that. And I got up and I was bored. I would do this like a couple hours in between. I would do it like this every 2 hours, an hour and a half, something like that. And I went over at one point, and I was like, "Can I play with it again?" He's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, you can play with it. Just play with the darn thing. You don't have to ask me. Just run off with the thing. It's fine. We don't break the thing. Don't damage it." And I'm like, "Well, if I do damage it, I'll pay you back in installments. We'll have to come up with a payment plan kind of deal." She's like, "Yeah, that's fine." And because again, I am poor, and so I picked the thing up, and I'm sitting there just playing with, kind of like how I was playing with it just then, and. I'm just sitting there. I'm not even paying attention. I'm standing close enough to the table so I'm out of people's way. People can get past me, but I'm not like paying attention. Other than that, I mean, if I needed to get out of someone's way, someone would have had to get my attention. And then I don't mean this I wasn't doing it to be. I wasn't trying to be obstructive, or I wasn't being the main character or anything like that. But yeah, I just wasn't paying attention because I was focusing on playing the instrument. And and I didn't realize how loud these things can be. You probably saw me flinch once or twice because it was loud to me, and that's what I was flinching at. And I flinched at least once because it was just very loud. And but I didn't realize how loud it was, and of course it was somewhat echoey in the place we were in because I wasn't paying attention to that too. And I don't know how long I was standing there. I was standing there for a while, and and at one point I noticed that it had gone very, very quiet. I mean, there was still some talking, but it was very, very, very quiet. And I just continued to play for a little while after that, and then I know, and then after, then like I continued to play, but then like shortly afterwards, I realized that my feet hurt because I was standing there for so long. Again, I have no clue how long I was standing there. Obviously, long enough, and I put the thing back, and I just kind of was like, "Oh, that's it. Why is it so quiet in here?" And the lady was like listening to playing, I guess. I'm like, "Okay, then I'm gonna go sit down. My feet are killing me." And she's like, "Yeah, you were standing there for quite a while." Then we both shared a friendly laugh. I'm like, "Okay, then." Obviously, ouch. And I had to sit down for a while after that. And my grandma, of course, here's the lady with the Bowed Psaltries, and then here's like one other person, and here's us, like right there. So I was like literally like 10 feet away from the thing, and my grandma obviously heard me playing, and she had been kind of like watching both our area and me at the same time. Not that I was paying attention. I wasn't doing it to gain attention or anything. I was just doing it because it was fun, and which is odd because I'm making a YouTube video. but but of course, as you guys know, I don't really care if people. I mean, if people watch, I hope people watch it and enjoy my goofiness. But if they don't, they don't. Whatever. Anyway, and again, if you want me just to make videos just of this and the other thing, because I have figured out the secret of playing the ocarina. I really gotta see if I can find it. Is that thing even near here? Anyway, then I will. I'll just be kind of making it up because that thing's tough on tough on my pinky. For some reason, in most songs, you're not allowed to move your left pinky for some reason. You always have to keep it over its holder. Gonna have to tweak that for mine might just be too big for my hands because I got very tiny pinkies. Anyway, but yeah, and I ended up putting it down and walking away from it. I ended up, of course, picking it up like a while later when my feet felt better and I had some food and a potty break and got to paint a couple people. Not very many. I didn't make much money that day, but there's just more to just hang out with my grams really because my grams ended up hanging out a lot of it, but that happens. But that was fun. But yeah, I ended up going back and playing with it, of course. And then I never saw another one of those things ever again. But I always remembered it. It was always in my head. And then, of course, many, many years later, we found this guy. Or girl. A guy or a girl, I'm not sure. You're more of a feminine thing. You got even the hearts in there. Aw. So pretty. I'll give you another good up close. See, look at them little heartses. Oh, the heartses. Bum, 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 bum. Amazing. The dorky stuff I do is amazing. I get any views. But anyway, intermission over. There you go. I'm going to do some more playing. Hopefully I end up doing like kind of like a weekly thing or something like that of just me playing the Bowed Psaltry. It'd be a good idea because I rarely ever play. Annoyingly, I rarely ever play this thing. Well, partly because I was told that it might be it's apparently slightly out of tune. I'm guessing it's these tiny little strings down here that they're doing it. Sorry about that loud squeaky. That one hurt. That one hurt you. It hurt me a lot more. Ah, piece of shit. Stop that. Anywho, let's continue, shall we? Yes. And the Burbs are even doing some backup singing that from the last time. That was pretty cute. If you guys want to do some more backup singing, you can. Just don't be as loud, okay? Okay, I'm gonna play some more. Yeah, I'm gonna play some more. You look amazed. Yeah, I'm gonna play the pretty some more. Yes, pay attention to babies. Yeah, I'll let you out after I'm done. Bring with the babies. It's okay, babies. We're gonna play the thing, and you're gonna play the thing a little. I know you're getting a little grumpy at me again. Because one, I'm not playing the thing, and two, you want to come out the cake. I know it is a cake. I know I call it a house a lot of times. It's technically it's a big bird cage, so it's big. It's big enough to fit a macaw in there. It's fine. There, they do this. I don't know why I got the aura noise over there. Maybe we got a hidden spectator. That'd be interesting. Maybe he's the one who's hiding my ocarina and he's playing with it somewhere. I'm gonna have to check on that, aren't we? I'll give me an update about that. Yes. Anyway, shall we? Yes, we shall. Yeah. Okay. My facey. Oh, Stinky Sneepin. He's hiding his face. There's his face. Hang on. One side. Yeah. Ew. I hate that. Yeah. 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 Sorry about that. That wasn't probably wasn't a pleasant feeling. It wasn't a pleasant feeling either. Sorry about that. I'm very raw when it comes to this kind of thing, I suppose. Anyway. Okay. I'm gonna play now. And there he has it. I usually keep going until I run out of resin, but yeah, my arm hurts. I think I foraged too close to the sun. my shoulder's bothering me today. Or else I'd play longer. A bunch of people already just went, no, stop, no. This government's probably gonna use my playing as a way to torture people. Anyway, here's my little pipey cleaners. Drink. I'm gonna use a blue one. I'm just gonna clean off all the little stringies. Yes. And I will put the pretty away. I hope you enjoyed the pretty. And as promised, I gotta show you the babies. I'm not picking my nose, I promise. This is itchy. And I just wanted to be mean to me and start itching for no reason. I'm gonna be itchy, eh? It's like my arm decided I'm gonna hurt now for no reason. My neighbor's not mad at me. Pardon. Anyway, I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. Come on. Hopefully my nose isn't reacting to the resin dust in the air. I mean, there's not a lot of resin dust. I'm not allergic to resin or nothing. Rosin. For this stuff. Rosin. Oh, it's pronounced rosin, not resin. My brain does not want to work today, apparently. Again, I think I foraged too close to the sun. Over foraging. Anyway. Oops, touched it. I didn't mean to touch it. I promise I didn't mean to touch it. Don't get mad at me. Good. Yes, I gotta be overboard about the silliness. I did accidentally touch it with my fingy. I did not mean to touch it with the fingy, but I did. Yeah, my fingies are too small. Look at these things. I don't earn the ERS on that. I earn the fingy. I have fingies. I don't have fingers. These things are too tiny to be called fingers. Shout out to the small finger gang. Anyone who's got small fingies? Hell yeah. There's an way to try to find rings your size though when they're tiny. You can always make them bigger. Well, they can make it smaller too, but that's a lot harder to do because then they have to cut things off of it and blah 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 blah. That's not fun. Well, I mean, I guess it is fun for people who works their job. Well, or at least they get to have fun later because then they make some money. That'll make you some money. Okay, there goes the loose one. There goes this one. My face is just. Sorry, I had to see that. That was a little weird. Alright. Anyhow. Do not wrestle with me. There we go. Zippy. Zippy the case. Well, part of it. Most of it. Come here, you. Come here, you. I got plans for you. I got to stick the thing inside the thing. Get in there. Get in there, my pretty. Don't catch up. You grab my shirt. You. Naughty. It doesn't want to go back. I don't think it wants to go back in. It's like, no, I don't want to go back in there. It's dark and cold and lonely. I'll pay you more. I'll make it a channel thing. Pay some more on the channel. This was your first showcase episode. Don't try to catch my shirt. I got weird stringy on my shirt. Poo. That's alright. It's not coming up on camera, so I don't really care. Or portrait. I know I've called the camera plenty of times. I'm just being overly silly today. Well, it's my job, self-appointed as it may be, to inject a little whimsy into the world. Yes. This world's dangerously low on whimsy. in my humble opinion. Come on. Burger burger. Burger burger. Here, come on, you silly thing. Zip blast you. Zipper, come on, ye. Oh, yeah. Has a unicorn on the foot. There's unicorn on the foot. Unicorn strings. Huh. Maybe I should look those guys up and see if they can, if I can send it to them and they can tune it for me. Let me see if I can find that thing. Oh. Aha, I found it. Ah, by George, I found it. The birds pooped on it. The case. But I found it. Ow, face is just bloody hell. Got little whiskers on my chin. They're making me itch. But yeah, I found my thing. My ocarina. Anyway, I've actually tried playing Ocarina of Time recently. Not a fan. I like the story, but there's way too much like wandering around looking for keys for me. Just, I don't know. I'll admit it. I'm a quest marker type of chick. I like me my quest markers, and it doesn't have enough quest markers for my taste. It's a fun game. Don't get me wrong. It is a fun game. Quite fun. Boss battles are great. Stuff like that. I'm not hating on the game. I'm just saying. It's not my personal favorite. But again, I'm a quest marker type of chick, so and there's here go to this one area, and then it's like you go to that one area, and then you have to wander around within an area. You have to wander around within an area in the area it told you to go to, with no more quest markers. That's why quest markers are should be optional for games like that. You have them on. You can turn them on. You can turn them on, turn them off anytime you want. Yes. Like with Skyrim, for example. You can turn the quest marker on. You can turn the quest marker off. Oh, it's automatically on. You go into the freaking menu, you turn that sucker off. There you go. Then you can wander around to your Heart's Content. I'd never be able to play Morrowind because I know there's no quest markers there. No. That game would drive me nuts. I'd be looking up for things every 5 minutes, and I don't like that. That's not fun for me. Anyway, again, not hating on Ocarina of Time. It is fun, but it's not the fun. It's not the funnest for me. It's a fun game, but it's not fun enough for me to write home to, so to speak. But again, it's just me. Again, not hating on it. It's a good game, just I think a lot of the reason people like it, hype it so much, is because of nostalgia. To be honest with you. Get the nostalgia glasses down. Don't worry about it. Everyone's guilty of that. I'm like that with some of the old school games that I like. That I can tell that some people even from my own game era are like, "What's wrong with you? That game is crap." I'm not saying Ocarina of Time is crap. Not at all. I can just picture people going, that game is crap. Me picking up a game going, why are you playing that game again? Oh, I'm good at it, and I like this game. This game's fun. I don't remember this game. We used to play this game. That game was crap. What's wrong with you? Of games that I play, and they would be perfectly fine to tell me that. I mean, I would hope they would say it in a nicer way, perhaps. But, yeah. Anyway, that's why I have the Ocarina on my brain. But yeah, but the songs in there are pretty. I just don't like the whole they act like Nintendo invented the darn thing. Nintendo did not invent the darn thing, but I think I already ranted about that anyway. Anyhow, anyway. Again, hashtag not hating on Nintendo, not hating on Ocarina of Time. Please don't get mad at me. Do not come at me with your pitchforks and torches. Because for one, I'm not hating on the game completely. I don't hate the game. And two, I am not an ogre. As far as you know. Okay. Alrighty then. I hope you enjoyed the playing. I shall bring back the ocarina. Sorry, my nose itches. I know my thingy went up in there, but I was not picking my nose. I was itching my nose. Itchy. Annoying. My nose is being very, very... come on, nose. Stop it. I think there's this little something floating around here. It's tormenting me. Itchy nose. But yeah, if I mark around, I'll spring it. Okay. I'll be right back. I will go get the babies for you. Put my sun hat, doggy eyes, away. I'm coming for the babies. Hang on. I'm gonna get you. Just let me put my stuffs away. Really quickly. I don't think that snail's alive anymore. Anyway, I'm coming back. Sorry about that. It took me a little longer than I meant to do. I got distracted by something. By a little something. Come here, babies. Babies 1, babies 2, babies everywhere. Here's the babies. Oh, gonna go potty. Babies go potty. You go potty. There's garbage cans here. You go potty? Go poo-poos? You go poo-poos? Oh, there you go. Good job. You gotta go poo-poos? Your baby got poop? No? Okay. I have a box right next to me that has a bag in it for garbage and stuff and for baby's poop. There we go. But here's the babies. Here's the babies. Doing a cute little baby thing. Going after my necklace. They love going after my necklaces, which is quite annoying most of the time. You just grab that sucker and just om nom nom, huh? Are you om nomming? You om nomming on my necklace? Cut yourself on that blade. These hold it by the handle, please. No, you don't hold it by the blade. You're gonna be a little rebel. You're gonna be a little rebel. I don't know if it's a boy or girl or not. I'm gonna give you a kiss. Mwah. You one flew away. Come back. I'll give you kisses. No? Okay. Well, you got to see the babies. I promised. This one likes to chew on my necklace. My face. And I still got to get fabric for that pillow for that sword. Yeah. Baby. Okay. The other one is over on his old house thing, chewing on the stuff that's on the house, which is like food, because I put food there. If I got a treat for him, I'll put the treat there. One of the things these guys like is frosted mini wheats. They eat primarily bird food, but they also eat food that I eat. So I have to be careful with what I nom, so they don't get tummy upset. But they don't get frosted mini wheats all the time. Don't worry about it. They get it every once in a while as a snacky. Well, I mean, it's always while I'm eating breakfast. It's not like I'm like, here's some cereal, and I throw half the box of cereal. Something goofy like that. Don't worry. It's just every once in a while they get a little crunchy munchy. They like their crunchy munchy. No, we're not having crunchy munchy right now. He caught me talking about the munchy munchy. And he's staring at me. He's like, are we going to have some? Well, are we going to have any of the crunchy munch? And me the burb side-eye, like, hey, you talking about that? We going to have some? I want some. No, we're not having any right now. Not right now. Hey, baby. I just want to kiss you. Just want your little head. Love you. Can I have a kisses? I can't? No kisses? No? Can't have kisses? Okay. He doesn't want to give me kisses. No kisses. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Thank you for kisses. Okay. Got the baby's kisses. And we've been on here for an hour already. And what I do tend to ramble, don't I? Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Yes.